Hello, I'm Mary, and I would like to show you how I use the Xerox Healthcare MFP to help my office share and update our patient records in a simple and secure way. The Healthcare MFP is specifically engineered for healthcare. What that means is that it helps us connect with our local community of care to share patient information in a more secure and interoperable manner, as well as providing us with an easy on-ramp for moving our patients' healthcare records into our EHR system. The Healthcare MFP is connected by Know2, which is a cloud-based service dedicated to getting healthcare providers connected and promoting interoperability, utilizing the Share Patient Information app. To start, let me show you how we can share patient information with other healthcare providers. After logging in, I select the Share Patient Information button, then the Release type. I can set up different release types for all of the providers in my community, where we commonly release patient information. So in most cases, with a single touch, I select where the document is going. For this document, we will select Miscellaneous, which is what you use when you're sharing with a new provider, or one that you don't often send to, so you don't have the destination preset. The first thing we do is select the From address. I'm going to send this to a provider who has a direct address, so I will select our office's medical records direct address as the From address. If you are not familiar with direct exchange, it is the future of exchanging patient records in the US. It's secure and interoperable. Check it out at the Direct Trust website shown. Of course, we have providers that we share with who are not direct enabled. In that case, I would pick our fax number as the From address. Next, I'm going to show you how to find the provider we want to send it to. To start, I touch the Add Recipient button, and that brings me here, where I can touch Search to find my destination provider in the National Healthcare Directory. Before I show you how to search for a provider's direct address, I want to point out that if I was sending to a provider who did not have a direct address, I would touch the Enter Fax Number button here and enter their fax number. However, I am sending via direct, so I'll touch Search, and from here, I can search by the doctor's or organization's name or address. All you have to do is type a few of the first letters in a doctor's or organization's name. The Share Patient Information app will search and display matching providers from the National Directory of Providers. Think of this as your address book for providers to send PHI to. What's nice about being able to clearly select the provider I'm looking for in this way is that it cuts down on mistakenly sending PHI to a wrong location. Now I'm going to search our EHR system for the patient this document belongs to. In this search, I can search by patient's first name and/or last name, date of birth, or patient ID. I can use any or all of these to build a search. Remember, depending on the capabilities of your EHR system, your search experience may differ from this. In this case, I select the last name field, and I can search by the full name or just put the first few letters. Then I can select the correct patient from the list of results that the system returns to me. As you can see, it's very easy to search and locate my patient quickly and accurately. Once we have selected the correct patient, we provide information about the documents we are sending. Under Document Type, I will select Care Management from the list, which is also pulled from my EHR. If your EHR doesn't provide a list of document types, you can set a list of documents for your practice in your Know2 account, and they will be presented here. I can also change the file format, confidentiality, and date if needed. I like that confidentiality defaults to normal, and the date defaults to the current date. I can change these if needed, but if not, I leave them as is, and it saves me a few clicks. Also, I can change scan settings below, which I rarely do unless I'm scanning a two-sided document. The default setting works fine and gives me a nice clear document. It's as easy as that. Now all you need to do is scan the document. If I have another document to send to this provider regarding this same patient, I can add it now and provide the information about that document. If not, I can finish. The summary page allows me to verify that I have captured the right patient demographic and document information. It also gives me another chance to add another document if I need to. If all is good, I click Send. It's secure, accurate, and confidential. And because so many EHRs now accept documents via direct exchange, it is interoperable as well. When I send this way, I no longer worry if a fax was received or lost. I can move on to taking care of our patients. Another time-consuming activity in our office is moving paper documents into our EHR. We can do it, but it's something that takes a bit of training and requires the person doing it to be in front of the scanner that we have at one of our desks. Now, anyone who can use a copier is enabled to move a patient document into the EHR. It saves time and helps us keep up with the paper that comes into the office. I'll show you how it works now. It's as easy as what we did just a moment ago. To get started, I click on Scan to EHR. I figured that out even without the training session that Xerox provided. Here, we start with the critical step of accurately identifying who the patient is. As before, since the healthcare MFP is connected to our EHR, I can search using our own EHR system using patient name, date of birth, or patient ID. I can use any or all these fields to search on. Here, I will search using last name field, entering the first few letters of the last name. Then I can accurately select the patient from the list of matches. Once I've selected the patient, I can choose to identify this document with the provider list that this patient has made. I touch this button, and we can see the list of visits of our patient. This document relates to a visit that Dr. Patterson had with this patient today, and I can make that association. This is how our EHR works. Yours may work differently, so your experience with the healthcare MFP might differ slightly from this. Now, just as we did before when we were sharing information, I can provide the information about the document being scanned. This document is associated with care management. Here's another thing that our EHR allows us to do when we import documents. I can assign reviewers or reviewer groups, as well as a doctor's order, to associate with the document being scanned. The Healthcare MFP allows me to do these things as part of the Scan to EHR process, as you can see. As before, your experience may vary based on how your EHR works. Here is my summary page that shows our patient and the documentation that I am going to send to our EHR system, so that I can verify that everything is correct. So that's it! You can see how easy it is to share patient information with other providers, and how we're now set up to easily and securely move paper-based PHI into our EHR system.